My mom has called me bipolar my entire life. I've been tested several times, and with DHS, you can only imagine what I went through.
So,
not that you care.
After he pushes you back 10 feet, he backed up and drove around?
Yup.
And you said into oncoming traffic?
No, he went with traffic. You can't go.
Well, no, in the original call,
No, I didn't. I never said it was oncoming traffic. That doesn't even make sense. I said
Hold on, let me look.
I did. Wait, okay, I did say that. I said
okay.
I did.
Well, I want to make sure because...
And like you dismissed it, once again, you said, oh, that's not oncoming traffic. It was the crosswalk because he backed so far up and all these cars were driving. So he had no consideration about the traffic behind him. Also, the hobby dude, there's a ton of cameras over there. And I was over there last week, and Sean and Michael came out. Sean came out because I hit up Chelsea, his ex-girlfriend, who he used to rub in my face all the time. So I decided, hey, I should hit him up. And she fucking wrote back. She started telling me about my son's name, how I busted out the windows. She was telling me my son was in the car when I smashed the windows out. No, sir. No, sir. So all of these people are saying all of this shit.
So after they left, you called us and you came here.
I called 911. Then they sent
fire and medical.
Mm-hmm.
Your stomach was hurt.
Yes. And then the guy.
What did they tell you?
The guy with the gray beard and the short hair got right in my face, and he started, his tone of voice was incredibly aggressive. So I kind of was like thrown off, and I literally leaned back and I'm like, okay, sir, you're in my space. I was like, please give me a little bit of space.
Is that the ambulance guy or the fire?
Fire. They were all together. So fire, ambulance, same thing to me.
But they're two different agencies.
Okay, but they were all together. Okay. They all were there. Okay. All of them. Okay, so I don't know if it was fire or medical. It was whatever ones they sent.
Just one of them got in your face.
The guy, the gray-haired guy with the beard, the mustache.
Okay, I didn't see what the rest of the crew looked like, so
I'm just trying to tell you.
And that's why I'm asking. If you remember if it had a fire emblem on his shirt, if he was one name.
I don't know. I was listening to the tone of his voice.
Okay.
So, anyways, then they tell me what they say. I told them I feel intimidated by his tone of voice and the way he's talking to me. And then they started saying I'm being rude and now they're not going to help me. And I asked for a female and they said, oh, we can't do that. And then he said he would take me to the ambulance. So when I walked back to the ambulance, they stopped so they could have their little shit talk. So when I got to the ambulance, I turned around and I noticed that they're all huddled together. And then I start recording because they're whispering. They're whispering. So when I put record on, most important part, the gray-haired dude told me the police are not coming. He told me they are not coming.
Not immediately, it was lowered because...
No. He said they are not coming.
Yeah, and I'm clarifying what he meant because...
No, that's not what he said. You weren't even there, so you can't. You cannot.
Trying to clarify because I have the same dispatch call as they do.
He said they're not coming.
It literally says lower for contact because the Michael had left. Why? How do you think I ended up here? How do you think I ended up calling you?
Because I called you?
Yeah, because it's the same dispatcher. They sent fire and medical right away because you said you're injured. For us, they lowered it because he had left. And there was no cars available. You were the first call I took today. I literally had got out a roll call at 12:30.
So anyways, when they were talking shit, then I turned my phone on record and I walked up to them and I said, oh, so the officer's not coming? And then they realized I'm recording. Then they changed their story and they said, oh, they're coming. And I said, didn't you just say they're not? And they denied it. Then they turn around and say that I'm rude and they don't want to help me. So then they drove off. So I called back, talked to a supervisor, and she's like, Well, I can't guarantee it's not going to be the same people.
100% it would be the same people. Fire station's right across the street. It's going to be the same fire crew. It's going to be the same ambulance crew. I'm just telling you that that's what it would have been. Okay. So they left.
After they said I was being rude. Don't forget all that. Because I'm always rude. And that always gets documented. Always. So make sure you put that in there with the bipolar.
So then you came here. Did
Yep.
you walk down here or catch maps?
Doesn't matter.
Just curious. Okay. And what are your injuries?
My stomach hurts. And it's really sore. When she just checked me out, like she was asking me to like move side to side, like I can't even twist all the way on the side, and I am sore. I'm sore.
But they didn't say anything's broken.
No.
Okay. Is there anything else?
I just need a copy of that report.
I will give you my card with the case number because I'm going to need you to send me those videos.
He's gonna write all types of lies in there. This is why I need a witness, and this is why I get aggressive with the police, is because they sit here and fucking talk stupid to you. They talk down to you. They dismiss every fucking thing that you say. Then they turn around and call you rude. And I just heard my mom call me bipolar again, right? Okay, so I told the officer to write that in the report.
That's my card. There's my email. If you can send me the video.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else? Okay, so why did your mom say you're bipolar? Have you ever been diagnosed with it?
No, never. And I don't know, dude. I don't know what her fucking problem is. I don't know. I was adopted, and she's always talked shit about me and my entire family my whole life. I was addicted to drugs because I was a drug baby. She used to tell me my entire life that my mom was nothing but a drug addict. So she adopted me. So her little power trip just made me rebel, and she never ever really disciplined me. She never even took the time or the effort or ever. So then I just became rebellious, and it just became a shit show.
So you're mad that she never disciplined you?
What?
Well, you said she never disciplined you, so you became rebellious. That's what I was asking.
But then you said I'm mad because she didn't discipline me. So where did you get that?
No, what I'm saying, that's my question. Are you saying you were mad because she didn't discipline you?
No.
Okay.
But
that's what I was trying to ask.
But that's what I'm saying, is that she thinks and then she starts with that shit. Oh, she's bipolar. She don't listen. And then she puts in the excuse about Washington. Oh, I don't live down there. Every time I've called her and told her to come to court, she's like, it's too far. And also, why would I want a mother who's going to come into court and tell the judge that I'm bipolar, especially when I went and got the psych evaluation? So the psych evaluation would say I'm bipolar, right? That's what it's for.
If I haven't seen it. So
holy fucking yeah, well they won't.
I don't know if it says that or not.
Well, on top of that, DHS won't even give me my file. They refuse the entire time. They've never given me my file, ever.
I I don't know anything about that.
Well, that's illegal, sir. I don't know how many times I gotta say it. It's like I have a basic civil right.
Yeah, but DHS is something different. I don't know what the ins and outs of DHS.
When you're engaged with DHS, you have the right.
I have no idea.
I'm trying to tell you.
No, but what I'm telling you is...
So why do you keep saying you don't know?
Because
I'm telling you. I just went through DHS for 4 years. You have the right.
Perfect.
So I never got my file.
What I'm telling you is that I have no clue about that, whether you have a right or not.
I love the excuse. Thank you for dismissing it. But yet you sit here and call DHS.
Well, I called DHS to find out about the custody. Because I don't know what the arrangement is. So, of course I would call somebody to find out what the arrangement is. Because I could have showed up and you could say, I have full custody. And then when I call them and say, like, no, she doesn't. Of course I would call. Just like if you said, I have a restraining order. I would look in the computer to see if you have a restraining order.
Can you look and see if there's a no contact between me and Sean?
There is nothing in the computer.
So that's another thing that can you make a note of this too on your notepad, please?
Okay, what is that?
So you're not gonna write it down?
I'm asking you, what do you want me to know?
So I would like for you to note that when I was over there the other weekend, I told them I'm trying to see him, and then they won't let me see him.
Because you have visitation rights.
That they're not replying.
On a certain date at a certain time.
I wouldn't know that because I never got the paperwork, sir. I never got it.
And what I'm telling you...
I never even got the records from trial. I never got the file. I've had attorneys. I still don't have the records.
Okay. And what I'm telling you is to find out about the visitation, go down to the courthouse and get a copy of it. Okay? I don't have the court order number. You will have to go down to the Multnomah County Courthouse.
I told you.
Get a copy of that.
I told you I have supervised visitation. So that was 8 months ago. I've told you multiple times since I was thrown out of trial in November. I have never had a visit with my son. That's 8 months.
And what I'm telling you is that goes through the courts. I have nothing to do with it.
And what I'm saying is...
You're also telling me you had no idea about the visitation right when it was.
No, I did.
You told me both things.
Okay. When I was in court,
Yes.
the judge threw me out.
Yes, I know that.
So at that point, they said that I have to continue with supervised visitation because DHS lied and said I never had a good visit.
And what I'm telling you is that, are you talking about the one in December,
Yes, November.
Okay. This court order
I know.
was
It says,
March 17th of 2022.
it says I have to be supervised and I have to pay for my own visitation. It also says Sean is supposed to pay for the first 2 months, half of it.
Okay.
So I have reached out numerous times about setting up a visit. I have reached out to Erin. She does not return my email.
Who was Aaron?
His attorney. She does not respond. I tag him, he doesn't respond. Shireen doesn't respond.
Shereen.
My advocate. My own advocate doesn't even respond.
So, what you will need to do is go down to Multnomah County Court. If you don't have a copy of the order, get a copy of the order. And then you'll have to file a complaint with the court that he is not following through.
So they're going to be like, oh, we're going to dismiss it. We don't care. You can't do anything about it.
I'm trying to help you because I don't have anything to do with court order visitation. It's through the courts. So what I'm telling you is the steps you should take. Go to the court, get a copy of it. File a complaint with the court through that judge or talk to the family law and have them set up a hearing where he has to come into court and set up the visitation. It may be you just need to go down to the court, talk to them, and set it up through them. I don't know. But Multnomah County is where you need to start.
So when I was in court, when I was in trial, when they were throwing me out and charging me with contempt, the officers told me if I ever step foot in that courthouse again, they would arrest me.
I did not know that.
So I have reported it millions of times, and every single time they're like, we never said that. We don't know what you're talking about. But yet I had a half a dozen officers escort me out because I'm so scary.
So, then hold on, let me finish. If you were told you're trespassed from the courthouse.
And then they lied. They said they never said that.
Then this is what I'm going to tell you to do. Call down to the courthouse and ask them. I was told I am trespassed.
I already did. They said
this
no.
True?
No, they said
you can go to the courthouse.
Why would I want to go to the courthouse?
To get a copy of the custody.
So I could get arrested?
What I'm telling you is if they're telling you were not trespassed from the property.
I understand, but the officer told me to my face if I ever step foot back in the...
There is no written record of you being formally trespassed and they're telling you that, then they shouldn't be arresting you. So the other thing you could do is call your mom, who's willing to pay for an attorney.
But I'm bipolar, remember?
All right, I'm done. All right.